What's a conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in?
I think that the wealthy are funding space exploration in an attempt to find somewhere else to live. I think they're keeping track of how much this Earth is being destroyed. They know we have limited time, and they're going to leave, and you can't come.
Okay, so y'all, just hear me out for a second. So I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I don't know why no one else is talking about it. But does anyone remember back in 2019 when scientists were trying to open a portal to a parallel universe? Their goal was to open up this portal to a reality which was a mirror / alternative reality of our reality. I know, a lot of words. What's crazy to me is that the news of this was literally everywhere, and then boom, at the end of 2019 it was just gone. Now, I'm not saying that these scientists messed up, but I know we can all agree here that nothing has felt right since the end of summer 2019. Like, everything has felt off. Okay, so what if during this experiment they messed up, big time messed up, and they somehow messed up our reality in the process? Or they opened up this portal and then this alternative universe overlapped our universe and screwed up our timeline? 2020 was a disaster, 2021 so far. What if we've entered an alternate reality?
Crazy what if theories. What if whenever we hiccup is someone from another life trying to revive us? I don't know why I picked up my glasses because I'm more blind if I go like this. What if your friends are actually just a detective and is trying to get as much information about you as possible? His friends come and go. So what if that one friend is just... Girl! What if you're the only person left on Earth and everybody around us is just imaginary people and things we made up so we don't feel lonely? Well, I would hope not. What if deja vu is just remembering things from your past life? Imagine, bro. What if you hear someone calling your name but nobody's calling you? It's just your family member trying to wake you up from a coma and your life is just a dream? Stop. What if you saved a random person from committing suicide just by being nice and friendly? I hate doing these because they be giving me about thoughts thinking about...
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in?
That most Americans have absolutely no idea who actually runs our country. And if you look back the last 100 years, every catalyst that has got America into a major event has been very sketchy. We could go back a little further, but let's just start with World War I. We were neutral until Germany sank the Lusitania, right? Except Germany took out an ad in the New York Times telling people not to get on this boat. It was carrying war material to Britain, which was in a war with Germany at the time, making it a legitimate military target. Fast forward to World War II and the Pearl Harbor attack in December of 1941. People still call this an unprovoked attack, despite the fact that 9 months before this attack, we started the Lend-Lease policy, which gave war materials to our allies, which included China. You guessed it, the same China in the Sino-Japanese War, making us a combatant of Japan 9 months before Pearl Harbor, and we didn't know they were going to attack us. Fast forward to Vietnam, and this one's easy. The second Gulf of Tonkin incident never happened. Kind of makes you think, maybe we're not the good guys in every scenario. Maybe we're just really good at looking like the good guys.
I guess it's time for me to break down the number one question that I always get asked. Do you believe in God? I believe that we are proof of God's creation. We are all gods and goddesses. Now, the Bible, on the other hand, I don't believe in that. You have to believe in a higher power than yourself, and I believe in the universe, and I believe that we are all gods. And I also don't believe what they show God is to be. I believed him pictured as a white man is trying to pull Christianity into white supremacy. I heard that back in the olden days, masters used to picture death is so bad and hell is such a bad place that slaves would be scared to die. And also the idea of Jesus being a man just baffles me. First of all, souls doesn't have a gender. I am just in a physical body of a girl. And I feel if they did point Jesus with a gender, it should be a female because we are literally creation of life. We birth children. So for those who were asking, do I believe in God? Yes. Do I believe in the Bible? No. Do I believe in the universe? Definitely.
Okay, I do want to talk about all of these, but I understand that you guys are more interested in stuff down here than up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through chronologically. I'll do a theory from 1, theory from 2, theory from 3, all the way down to 0, and then come back up and keep going down until it's complete. Also, there's a link in my bio if you want to see a high-res image of this. Lucid dreaming is well known. It's the idea that you can control your dreams when you're in them. Where the theory comes in, though, is that these people can actually influence the real world through their dreams. Singularity is an idea that at some point humans will develop AI that will match humans in level of intelligence, and there will be no way to come back from this point. A lot of people think we should stop developing AI for this exact reason. Okay, so in the 30s, a Chinese team went into the Himalayas and within a hidden tunnel system found over 700 grave sites. At each gravesite was one of these Dropa stones, which contains a lot of cobalt, which is not normally found in the Himalayas at all. Also, hieroglyphics in the cave depict stories of spaceships, and currently the Chinese government bans travel to this location. Interesting, isn't it?
The top 5 scariest conspiracy theories. At number 5, we have the Dyatlov Pass incident. In Russia during 1959, 9 healthy people died from a ski truck with no explainable details. Investigators revealed the tent ripped from the inside out, and strange wounds were found on the victims' bodies. Some of the bodies were found to be highly radioactive. Coming in at number 4, we have MK Ultra. In the 1950s, the CIA began to conduct secret research into mind control. They wanted to see how the use of certain substances such as LSD and other extreme psychological experiences affected the human brain. They performed it on these subjects without their consent. At number 3, we have the Men in Black. This theory revolves around the fact that Men in Black are said to turn up after every UFO sighting and have done so since the 50s. At number 2, we have the Roswell incident. In 1947, the military retracted a statement saying they captured a flying saucer, and instead it was a crash weather balloon. At number 1, we have the Philadelphia experiment. During World War II, it's believed scientists were working for the U.S. Navy to make a ship that could be invisible. They say that ship, the USS Eldridge, docked in Philadelphia during 1940.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go first.
So I'll go first. What? Stevie Wonder is not blind. He's not blind. Like, I got the proof. I've been piling evidence. He's not blind.
Here's some celebrity conspiracy theories that I actually believe are true. Follow me on Instagram and don't call me crazy for these. First, I think Khloe Kardashian is O.J. Simpson's baby. She looks nothing like her siblings, and he was a very close friend of her parents. Next, I think Marilyn Monroe was killed by the FBI. She was literally sleeping with the president, so it's possible that she knew too much and had to silence her. Rest in peace, Queen. And lastly, I think Tupac faked his death and is still alive. He was literally known for wearing a bulletproof vest all the time, so it makes no sense that the one time he doesn't, he gets shot. Also, a month after his death, a music video came out where he dies in a very similar way. Is it a coincidence? Maybe, but I don't think so.
Buckle up, because this is the most terrifying conspiracy theory I've ever talked about on this channel. And that is the theory that the world ended in 2012. Hear me out. We all know Stephen Hawking. There's this particle, and Stephen Hawking made a prediction that once this particle was discovered, the world could end. And sure enough, the particle was discovered in 2012. And a lot of people out there think that the world just seems very different than when it did in 2012 and before. And basically, when the world ended, when this particle was discovered, we were sucked into a different dimension. Which could be an explanation for the Mandela effect, because we're noticing all of these slight differences between this dimension and the one we were in before. I'm still shook over the fact that the Monopoly man never had a monocle, I swear he did. And while this sounds absolutely crazy, it is 2021, so anything could happen. What do you think?
Since you became woke, don't you question everything in your life now? I question my food, how stores are set up, the water, what's in the sky right now. Everything that I watch on TV, every song I listen to, every medical doctor I've ever dealt with, and even people of higher authority than me. Don't you question everything now? Tell me I'm not alone in this.
So the other day, I'm here self-reflecting on myself and the things that I say. As a New Yorker, one of the vocabularies that we use or I use is dead. We be like, that's dead true. You dead can't do that. Feel me? Like, we say dead so many times, and for everything you could use that word. So I'm here being self-aware, right? And I'm just thinking, like, where did this lingo even come from? Like, who instilled this vocabulary into our brains? Because I dead can't stop saying it. And then, as someone that knows that our words are like spells, it's like, what are we really manifesting by saying that word over and over again? And if you realize, it's a lot of minorities and low-income people that use this vocabulary a lot. Like, you imagine that word or some of the lingo that we use was implanted into our communities for a reason, to keep us at a low vibrational mode.
Nobody needs to know Nobody needs to know.
Bro, so you know how like space is actually just water and we literally are living in a hologram matrix with a wallpaper above us? Yeah. Okay, and then you know the saying, as above, so below. So if ocean is water, then that means space has got to be water, and there must be a portal in between because ocean must lead to space if it's all just water around us. Bro, that literally makes so much sense. And then what if NASA stopped discovering the ocean because they realized that there's portals to the ocean into space? So what if they went through those portals to go into space to discover the water up in space? Bro, I literally think about this 24/7. Why did I ever have kids? Okay, so I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen that video where that girl was in her car and she actually received like a really big spiritual download that the sky is actually a wallpaper. And like, hold up, the sky literally looks indigo. Like, this has been happening to me lately and I don't know why. Like, literally looks indigo, like purple. But anyways, I completely agree with this theory because the sky has just looked so fake lately. Like, it just doesn't look real. Like, I can't even explain how it doesn't look real. It just doesn't look real. It looks so fake. It literally looks like a freaking wallpaper. Like a green screen is literally above us, hiding the fact that we live in a dome and there's a firmament above us. And I don't know if it's just me, but lately this energy has been so chaotic, so much change, so much evolving has happened in my life, and I literally don't think I'm on planet Earth. Like, that sounds so crazy. I literally don't think I'm on planet Earth right now, and I don't think I have been for like 2 weeks. And I feel like I've been shifting in between dimensions and realities, and I don't know how, but I really feel like I am because my reality is different.
Finally, my most conspiratorial theory about how Addison ended up with the Kardashians. This is honestly more of a thought experiment. So the marketing strategy that underlies all of Keeping Up with the Kardashians is product placement. Every time the Kardashians go out to eat on the show, the camera hovers on the name of the restaurant for a reason. In the most recent episode, when they went to hang out in Lake Tahoe, VRBO was like the star of the show. They will build entire episodes around their sponsor. Or like when the whole family goes to a Yeezy show on an episode, that's not just Kim being a supportive wife, that's business. Then it hit me. There's no reason that a person who sees themselves as a product couldn't pay for that same ad space on the show. Like the same way that influencers will sometimes pay to have sponsored posts to self-promote on the social media medium. It kind of reminds me of the Angeline billboards in LA. If you've never heard of this, definitely look it up. But the point is,
what's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go first.
100% the JFK assassination, bro. Like, till this day, it just doesn't sit right with me. There's no way one person killed the president of the United States of America. Watch. So basic physics, if he had got shot from the back, like they're saying, I know the first couple shots came from the back, obviously, but the actual last death shot, the one that is super known for his wife grabbing his head, that literally came from the front. Basic physics, if you got shot in the back, your head's going to cock forward. If you go back, watch the video, his head actually cocks back, and the front of his head blows out like where his forehead is. Literally got shot from the front. The government lied to everyone. That's fucking insane.